And welcome to the channel where we talk about only good comics. I'm Brant, and this is Friday Firsts. This is the series where I talk about some good number one issues, new story arcs, new character debuts, and the like that are coming out next week. So this is for books that are coming out on November 8th, 7th, and 8th uh, of 2023. And for those new to the channel, previously and new to this series, previously I've been doing like this rating system of a 3-2-1. So 3 minute, it could be good, 2 minute, sounded good. One was this is going to be good. I've been struggling with keeping those straight in my own mind, and viewers have commented on it and everything as well. It was suggested that I do like a, this is worth picking up, this is not worth picking up. But since this is only good comics, and I only talk about comics that I think at least have the potential to be good, I thought I'd try something else out for this time. And you guys can let me know if you like this a little bit better. So we're going to do kind of like a potentially good, promisingly good, and positively good. So it's going to be one of those. It's either going to be potential, it's going to be good, or it's going to be great, basically. So that's we'll see how that works out. See if I can keep that straight better than the number grade. So let's dive into this. I don't have a whole lot of books this time. I do have 3 honorable mentions. About I think I had five or six books that I'm going to talk about before that. So let's dive into all that. First book we have is from Image Comics, brand new book from Image Comics called Petrol Head #1. And the site that I use to show these most of the time is leagueofcomicgeeks.com. Currently, as I'm broadcasting this, it's down. I just happened to open a few tabs before it went down. So one of the books that I'm going to show is actually on Previews World. But I typically use leagueofcomicgeeks.com. If you haven't checked it out, it's a great site. This is not a sponsored thing, but it is a cool site that Mike Spiderslayer from Comic Book Corner 2.0 showed me a while back, and I've been using it to track some of my collection and pull lists and stuff. So Petrol Head #1 from Image Comics. This is from Rob Williams and Pi Par, and it's this big 42-page launch debut issue, and it's about these robot roadsters, basically. And it's this old, weathered robot that's, cigar chomping hot rod driver that is apparently the only hope for this 12-year-old girl to survive and save humanity, possibly. So it sounds like some big 80s animated movie kind of thing, which sounds kind of pretty cool, or live action from like the 90s. So either way, it's got a bit of nostalgic feel to it. Sounds like it could be good. So I'm going to rate this one potentially good. We'll try that one out for size. Let me know if you like that better than this would typically get a 3. So next up we have What If Dark Tomb of Dracula #1. Marv Wolfman returns to the character that he co-created with Tomb of Dracula, and this story explores what if Dracula actually turned Blade into a vampire instead of a vampire, and instead of him becoming a vampire slayer. So that's really interesting, right? Like, would Blade become the greatest vampire? Would he just be another cog in the system? It's an interesting exploration, and Marv Wolfman returning to the character is pretty cool as well. So yeah, it sounds like it could be fun. And again, we just got out of Halloween, so I'm going to give this one also a potentially good. I'll admit with this one, it was the visuals that pulled me in. Zawa plus the Belly of the Beast #1. This is from Boom Studios. It's part of the Boombox line. So, there's a lot of cool books coming out of Boom, a lot of in this vein, I would say. But this concept sounded a little different to me. So this Zawa is a guardian spirit, and it's been trapped in this pollution mountain, living off like waste and stuff like that. And it's led to this bitter existence and made them paranoid and destructive and that kind of thing. So these 2 siblings, I don't know if it's a brother and sister, sisters, brothers, whatever, but these 2 siblings, they help Zawa escape and kind of connect with Zawa through food. And as Zawa consumes food that's not waste, actual good food, the personality, the vibe changes and everything. So it's kind of the social commentary with this macabre feel that sounded pretty interesting, sounded unique. Obviously, visually, it's striking and different and unique. So I'm going to give this one a promisingly good because it sounds really good to me. So definitely check that one out from Boombox. All right, we're already in this point in the video, 6 minutes in, getting into the top 3 picks for this week because there wasn't a whole lot of new books this week coming out. So we have Punisher #1, obviously from Marvel, and this is David Pepos is writing. Dave Wachter is the artist, Dan Brown colors, and we don't know who this new Punisher is yet, right? So there's a brand new Punisher. The solicit compares it to John Wick meets The Fugitive, which sounds pretty cool. It means it's going to be high octane, a lot of action, a lot of fighting, and also a lot of, on the run, a lot of kind of suspense. So that sounds pretty cool. We don't know what's going on with Frank Castle. He is mentioned heavily in this description as well. But threats are rising left and right. There's a lot of violence going on, and this new Punisher is there to kind of clean it up. So I'm really curious about this one. The last Punisher run was phenomenal. I don't know what to expect from this one. We'll see what happens with it. I'm definitely intrigued by it though, and I'm going to give this one a promisingly good. Next, we have Thanos #1. This is from Christopher Cantwell with art by Luca Pizzeri. Colors by Ruth Redmond, and this is Thanos versus the Illuminati. They have hidden something from him, and he has come back to find it, and he must battle the entire Illuminati, which sounds pretty exciting to me. And Christopher Cantwell, sometimes his stories go a little off the rails for me personally, for my taste, but other times he tells a really good story. So I think this one could be good. So I'm giving this one a promisingly good as well. It hasn't totally sold me yet, but it's there. It's in that pocket, right? So I think it could be fun. It could be a fun story when you got Thanos versus the Illuminati. That just sounds like a fun read to me. So hopefully I'm right. And then finally we have Batman #139, which is a brand new story arc beginning, and this is after Gotham War. So the Joker is back, more brutal than ever, and that's exciting to me. Like, I didn't love Gotham War, but I was kind of really intrigued by this new introduction of the Joker during that, and now this mind bomb thing starts, and now it's Batman versus Joker again, which is classic Batman stuff, and I'm really intrigued with what Chip Zdarsky could do with a Joker story, right? So still not quite sold me on it, so I'm still just going to give this one a promisingly good. So no positively good books this week, but definitely some promising and potential coming out this coming Wednesday or Tuesday. So let's get on to those honorable mentions. First up is the one that I had to go to a previous world review, which is Josie and the Pussycats Anniversary Spectacular One Shot. This is by Holly G. And it's just kind of a celebration of Josie and the Pussycats. So if you're an Archie fan, if you're a Josie fan, there is a brand new story called Rockcats, and then there's some classic reprinted stories in it as well. So check that one out. Then for the Star Wars fans, it's a brand new volume of Star Wars: The High Republic, issue #1. It returns. If you're a big fan of this series, definitely go pick this one up. I've kind of dropped off the Star Wars books myself, but I am a huge Star Wars fan. So anytime there's a new Star Wars thing, I'm at least going to, look into it. So there you go. And then finally, for all the Superman 78 fans, there's a brand new series coming out, The Metal Curtain. And this is by Robert Venditti as he returns to Superman. And it's exploring, it's a sequel to the 78 Superman movie. And it's exploring what if there was something that came with Superman from Krypton that he never knew about and has to find. And it involves America and the Soviet Union. And so, if you're a fan of that era of Superman, definitely check this one out as well. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this week's Friday First. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about these new rankings or classifications or whatever you want to call them. Does this work better? Do you like the potential promising and positively good rankings? Do you want me to just say, hey, you should check this one, not even give them a ranking, just say, hey, check this one out, or hey, I think this one's gonna be good, or whatever, or go back to the 3-2-1, go ABC, whatever. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me know what makes sense to you. If this is even more confusing, I don't know. I'm just trying it out, trying to fill this one out. But I think for me, this one at least works a little better, because the 3-2-1, I was getting confused. What's 3, what's 1, and all that stuff. So I'm happy to abandon that personally, but I'll do whatever you all want me to do. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up. Likes do help the videos and the algorithm and all that stuff, so I appreciate it. And then also consider hitting that subscribe notification bell so you don't miss any of the content going up on this channel. Of course, you can check me out at onlygoodcomics.com, or I'm sorry, onlygoodcomics across social media. Getting ahead of myself. And then to get back to this YouTube channel, you can go to onlygoodcomics.com for even more talk about only good comics. Until then, take care, keep reading those comics, and I'll see you next time.